I'm so sorry I'm not there to hug you and be there with you guys in person. I'm able to take it slow and it doesn't fly by too fast, so we can really like soak in every minute.
You're such a good listener. You always make everyone feel very loved and heard. You always celebrate someone's day. And I was thinking about the first time I met Tripp. Now here we are, and you guys are getting married. You know, you're two of my favorite people, and I'm really bummed that we can't be there to celebrate with you. Know that we're there in spirit. Happy wedding day! So cute. I'm so happy that you found each other. I know how happy you guys make each other. The most amazing couple I have ever met.
Hey, Bobby. How does my hair look? Are you?
Right? I feel like I'll jam it in.
And then wait, okay, look in the mirror and like look at her and you're laughing your ass off.
Victoria's Secret. This is the fashion show.
It's a video. First, let me have them. That's good.
I can't get over everyone's colors. Like, take this all in. Gorgeous. Oh my god, gorgeous. Should I put the veil on? Yes!
Oh yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, first tears. First tears. Okay.
Party!
Woo!
Cold in here.
Party in the USA!
Oh yeah. Why do I keep saying the same thing? All the patterns. So cute. Guys, have a good one. Hi, Turn.
Look at you, girl!
Today I want to welcome the family and friends who have come to witness and support the marriage of Nikki and Tripp.
Tomorrow's a new day for everyone. A brand new moon, a brand new sun. So follow.
And now, by the power vested in me in the state of Florida, I pronounce you man and wife.
Everybody for being here. We thought it'd be a good idea to say hello and thank you and all that the moment after we exchanged drinks, said our vows, and stepped on the glass, and it's proving a little tougher than we thought. But we just feel so incredibly grateful to be getting married in this moment, to be here with our friends and family, and very importantly to have all of you here present with us too, in a time when being present physically is challenging. There's been no meeting or love lost, and we are so excited to celebrate with you all in person. We're just so overjoyed to have each and every one of you in our lives, and we love you very, very much.
Yeah, we're definitely feeling the love. Thank you, everybody.
We love you. Thank you.
Woo!
Everyone ready? Come on now.
The only song that I didn't quite know how to play completely was Follow the Sun.
Big difference here, yeah. Okay.
Feel small.
Smiling at Bobby.
Pretty girls and starting conversations.
On the star, lady, running down to the riptide, taking away to the dark side, and I wanna be your left hand.
Get it?
He is witnessing.
Hold on. Wait.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Nikki and Tripp and everything is
What can't my sister do?
Happy? Like.
how beautiful you live, Nikki, and of course, how handsome you look, From Florida to New Jersey to Pennsylvania and finally to Maine, you two have little fires sparked everywhere. I couldn't be happier to share Nikki with you. Since the first day I met you, I knew that you and Nikki would be perfect. I'm the luckiest to call you my sister. Everyone always thinks we're twins, and even though we're 8 years apart, being your twin is something I could only wish for. I could not be happier for you to have found Tripp, the person who makes you weep with joy. Every time, sorry, I can't say the name.
Go, girl.
Let's go!
I cannot put my happiness into any more words because I could go on for hours. A long, happy life filled with love and everything you could possibly enjoy.
From the moment I met Tripp, I knew he was the one for you. The way your entire face would light up when he would walk into the room told me everything that this guy was the one. The greatest thing is you still have that same struck look whenever he walks in the room. You still jump up and greet him like you haven't seen him in days. You've shown me how easy it is to recognize when two people are just meant for each other. You're happy and healthy life together.
The second I met you, Nikki, we absolutely jived and we've been bonding ever since. You guys are paving the way for basically the next phase of our lives and the next generation of us. Paving a beautiful path, and I can't wait to follow in your footsteps and keep it rolling.
Well said.
Everybody just needs to stop and give me a big round of applause. There were very few pretty girls at Lehigh. Nikki was obviously the top dog. But we were like, from the start, like before anything ever, like we were just always brother and sister.
Yeah.
Why was that?
I have no idea.
We've been best friends since the start.
Nikki said to me since freshman year, Rita's my best friend. Like, he's just like my best friend.
No, it's the weirdest thing. You know when you're like, you meet someone and it's for like a reason beyond why you're meeting them, you're like, there's something more, like usually it's like this smoking hot girl, I'm like, let's go, like it's freshman year. The thing is, and why I wanted to clap for me early on was that like, what you guys don't understand is this was my, like I've been plotting this for 10 years. Since the first time I ever met Nikki freshman year at Lehigh, I was like, you're gonna marry my older brother Tripp. Nikki, you know the way I lie. The point is, there's a gravitational force between Tripp and Nikki, like almost out of this world, where like if Tripp was in California and Nikki was across the world, like they were gonna find each other and connect because they so perfectly match up and just are perfect together.
She's super sweet. I'm an asshole.
Yeah, exactly. I'll never forget when Nikki first asked me about my older brother. Kyle? Yeah, he's hot as shit. Like, this is great. This is like, he's a good looking guy. I get this. And she was like, no, Tripp. And I was like, no.
I guess.
It's not gonna happen. He's a total asshole. You're too nice. Like, it's not happening. Obviously, that was not stopping either of them. And I'll never forget, we were at Houston Hall. This is being dead serious. I remember knowing that Nikki had a crush on Tripp. I had like mentioned something to Tripp. So this was after 12 of these beers the size of my head. And I'm sitting around, I'm like, and I look around and I see Nikki and Tripp. And it was like, literally there was like light peering from the ceiling. And I saw them talking. I'm not kidding here at all. Like, I knew. I was like, something's going on here. I don't really want to be a part of it, but it's magical and it's amazing. And I just knew. I like knew at that exact moment. And 2 years later, I found out you were dating.
They were, hey, by the way, they were in the closet for a little bit.
2 years. But Nick, like, seriously, you are the best thing that's ever happened to this family. Like, one of the best things that's ever happened to this family. Seriously. Like, first of all, you got this guy off our back. That's like the main thing. But seriously, you made him into the man that he is today. Seriously. Like, I've never seen him this patient, kind, and sweet. It's absolutely incredible. Like,
Very true. By the way, you should have seen on the pickleball court today. I didn't see that guy.
Video evidence of it. And that's got to stay. That's the beauty of it. It's like he's still got the backbone now. He's got this like sweet little. It's amazing.
I think you said it all, Rita. I think you might want to
I gotta say something nice about Tripp, right? But Tripper, like, I don't even know what to say. It's like, when I think about, you know those little WWJD, what would Jesus do things that people wear around their wrists? It's like, I've been watching this guy for 28 years now, and before I make any move, I think, what would Tripper do? I really do, I swear to God. It's like,
It makes the father-in-law feel
That's actually so true.
True.
first I think about it. If I can't figure out what Tripp would do, then I call him. I explain to him in 5 seconds what's going on, and he already knows to tell me this is exactly what you need to do. Without you, I don't know like what I would be, because I've watched you, and everything that I am has been molded off of what you are. All the good, all the bad. I've seen the way you've messed up too. I've learned from that. It's you. I am you. I'm you and Kyle and Dad and Mom and Allison. You're everyone's pillar. When everyone needs a hard question, they call Tripp, and he's always got the answer. So excited for what's to come. Baby Weber. Yeah. Let's go! Think about the absolute monster athlete these guys are about to create. No, but really, think about this. Like, Nikki's speed, like Nikki's hand-eye coordination, Nikki's athleticism, like Nikki's jumping skills. Nikki, as long as we get everything about Nikki, this thing's gonna be perfect.
Oh my God.
As time becomes limited, there is nobody we really want or need in our life more than everybody who is actually here right now. One of my favorite quotes is Sylvester Stallone, Rocky, close to my heart. I was happy to hear it, but he said, I am the subtotal of everyone I've met. Choose your company carefully. And never have I felt how true that is until I actually reflected on who was at this table here tonight and who I spend my time with. You know, everything that Nikki and I aspire to be every single day, it's something that we strive to be because of somebody at this table, because of something we picked up from our parents, from our siblings. It would feel like we're doing everybody at this table an injustice, but besides calling out every single person at this table, and I'm literally going to go around right now. But Allie, I have never met somebody who just brings such a light to the room, who I look forward to seeing so much, and we've sadly had to miss that when you've been at college. To be able to call you a sister-in-law is, I'm just so lucky to be able to say that, and I know Nikki feels the same way about you as a sister. Mia, there's an entire generation of kids out there who is lucky, who will be lucky to be under your care, and to be under your love. And the passion that you bring to every single thing that you do. It doesn't matter if it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon, whatever's going on that day, we're talking about it, we're getting after it. The life and the energy you bring to everything is something that I aspire to. Casey, for the 6-8 months we've been hanging out. And I mean this with the dot of my heart. The fact that you can hang with me and my inane rambling about whatever the hell I'm talking about means a ton, and we're so lucky if you guys end up in Philly, because to have somebody so close to us in the arcade is just so important to us. We'll be happy wherever you can be, but get to Philly as soon as possible.
We'll be there.
No offense to everyone else, but the dinners that we shared together at your house, hearing your wisdom, hearing your stories, the stories you have with people from all walks of life, it's something that's going to live within us. The wisdom you're passing along, every single thing that we do is a reflection of what you're imparting to us. The genius that happens when Marcy's dealing with the toughest of the toughest 9-year-old girls, and with such genius and brilliance, able to immediately size it up. The amount that Nikki and I admire you from a day-to-day perspective, it's really tough to capture in the words, and people just, they love working for you. They love doing stuff for you. There's nobody who has the big picture vision of you that you have, and the world is a better place because of it. It's your top level vision that made Camp Maddox and I and this family so great. Like, just watching what you do from a day-to-day perspective is humbling. It really is. Sadly, Weber family, that was the easy side of the table. I'm going to really have to dig deep to try and find something. There are things every single day that I wonder how you do what you do. What you say, what you do, how you interact with people in such a way that never has crossed my mind, but I've never met a single person in my life that doesn't love you at the bottom of their heart. And that is an accomplishment. Whenever I'm having trouble in my life, it really, the Steele Reed's line, it's how would mom handle that? Every time that I think of how you would handle that, it's in a way that people would come out loving you on the other side. Mama! By the way, Nikki and I have talked about all of these relationships to no end, so whatever I'm saying is a direct reflection and coming out of the mouth of both of us.
He says it better. But he knows what I'm thinking.
And Freddie, 4 years ago, you hired me to basically be a part of you in the side of the business in this unbelievable little shop that you built. And I think that hopefully, because we're still working together 4 years later, I've managed to do the absolute bare minimum. And it extends past edge design. It's how to be interested in the world, it's how to pick up skills, how to be really good at what you do at every single thing. Whether it's art, whether it's picking up a new skill, when there's just something that needs to be sorted out, Fred is that call. 8 a.m. with the status sheet of all the things that need to be knocked out, knowing that Fred's going to absolutely crush it. I have the easiest job in the world, by the way. I sell graphic design by the smartest person I've ever met managing. Let's go! All right, at the end of the day, I'm selling the easiest product in the world because it's something Fred matters.
I would not have, okay, I'm going to get emotional.
Yeah. It's your wedding day, Nikki.
I'm going to get emotional. I've never picked up a lacrosse stick without Sarah in my life. She picked me up off the field. Like, just come with me. And she's like, we're the fighting possums, just play. I'm like, okay, I'm playing midfield because I had no idea how to play the sport. Thank you for even helping me get to Lehigh, to meet Reed, to meet Tripp.
The way that you have managed to bring people together, I know we'd have alluded to it, but when Nikki and I first met, probably a gathering of 20 people that you said, let's all meet up. And your ability to do that is going to change the world. I think I heard some cracks earlier about how you've introduced however many couples at this point. That glue factor that you have, Rito, that's a power. Nikki and I are unbelievably lucky that that channeled into our forever relationship. And understand your powers and be careful and do them for good. That's what you got, man. And Emma, somebody who is able to put up with a guy like Reed and the amount that I've just inflated his head. The way that you've managed to mesh in our family, the way that you sort of, fit in, like a nook and cranny in quarantine and get it. I thought the dress earlier looked great, but this looks good too. People have called you Tripp in a dress before.
Hell yes!
I think that is an insult to you. Embrace my various characteristics that have been constantly sized up at this table at this point. The way that you're able to foster that deep connection with every single person in our family, and not only hold that relationship, but elucidate it with a creative light in a way that I don't think spans any of our minds, Fred included, this creative genius that I already just talked up.
Amen.
Like Reed, it's also a superpower. It's something that inspires people, something that just brings so much joy to people day to day, and we are so fortunate to have around, to have a sister 13 years younger that I still feel just such a crazy, just like interpersonal day-to-day bond, like we see the world in such a similar way, is a really special force. It really is.
Kai, my sorry. Allison, I'm not going to look in your direction.
Because we have way too many brunettes in our family, and I needed you more than anything. And I can't think of another better sister to have. I love you.
I've never met somebody who's just instantly as well liked as you, and you know, growing up, it was this gravitational force that you had. In school, growing up, you were surrounded by 8 to 10 people at all times. It's something that very few people are blessed for. Continuing along that superpower theme that I think that Allison and Reed have, you have this way that every single time somebody meets you, it's an instant gravitational force, Kai. Have people care for you and have people say, you know, oh, that Kai, he's going to be all right because he's always going to have people that care for him deeply, is something that is just so rare to come by. Sorry, Reed and Allison, Kyle was Marcy's immediate favorite. Just loved everything about Kyle.
She kept being like, oh, so is Kyle going to come over too? And we're like, yeah, the Webbers are coming over. She's like, okay. And Kyle, you can teach me how to be a good mom to a newborn because you are the best with babies I've ever seen. It's insane. We were like, how do we do it? And Kyle's like, give me the baby.
Seeing you grow and be able to harness that ability, the world is your goddamn oyster, and you're going to be able to do unbelievable things with that power. I would now be remiss to not mention the love of my life. Waking up next to somebody who is just infinitely sweet, who I know is never going to wake up in a mood that's going to snap me. But, you know, I've seen a lot of kind of, you know, done wedding speeches and going through the motions and saying what needs to be said and saying the part that you are the best person I've ever met in my life. From the bottom of my heart, swearing to God, you are the best person I've ever met in my life. Even when you have the opportunity to see the bad side in someone, see the joy and the good in everybody is about as blessed and holy a gift as I've ever seen in someone. They say that everybody's joy point in life is when they found their single purpose in life. I see it as my privilege, my luck, my duty to be able to support you in everything that you do. And I love you from the bottom of my heart, and you've simplified my entire life for me because that is my singular calling. And I love you. Sorry, that's way over my allotted time.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Somebody get this guy.
Wow.
I need to drink fast.
Tell you guys how much I love you, even though I'm not saying it as Tripp, but I couldn't love all of you guys more, and I couldn't thank you guys enough for this weekend. And Tripp, I mean, how are you the luckiest person? I'm the luckiest person. Like, okay, I'm gonna embarrass you, sorry. Tripp hates when I say this, but it cracks me up. On our second date, he told me, I don't really waste my time. I don't really go and, no, I'm just gonna.
I'm so arrogant.
Go ahead. The sweetest way, like we were both kind of talking about how we don't really like date that many people, and sorry, I thought it was actually the sweetest thing. And he's like, I really, you know, I wanted to ask you on a second date, and I don't really do this often. And I was like, oh my God. The sweetest thing, and it still is, because that's how I feel every day. Like, how does this want to be with me? Like, I am the luckiest person in the whole world. You balance my crazy, like, this that is true. With your calm presence, and just everything about you is better and makes me better. It makes my family better, all of us. And all of us just adore you, and I adore you, and I can't wait to spend the rest of my life, and I can't wait to bring your baby into this world.
Who your daughter chooses to spend the rest of her life with is a huge thing from a dad's perspective. But you choose them, you get this. And one thing I felt the Webbers, they know, man, dinner's over. They know, get the hell out. You know, they don't hang out too long. I just love every part of everyone, and I feel that no matter who I spend time with, I feel a kinship with. I'm happy that Allison talks to me every once in a while. Marcy feels blessed to have the Webbers accept us and to be part of their family. I feel very close to the Burlingames. I wish Trey was here tonight. The kindness that Nikki has and the warmth that she feels is something that I felt from you from the day I met you. The way you shaped Nikki, your guidance, your perseverance. Nikki said, I really would love Sarah to marry us. We couldn't have been more thrilled. Thank you for that. And Tripp, the dad of 3 daughters, dad of 300 daughters, I want to share a few things. Sorry if I get a little emotional.
Hey.
I just can't help it. I cry in movies. I woke up this morning. My daughter left me a note. I cried this morning. In my chicken scratch, I wrote it down because I didn't want to miss these things. Women are just superior to men at all facets. It doesn't matter. Anybody who tells you differently, they're lying. Whatever you give a woman, whatever you give her in your life, and you might think it's the best thing in the world, she will make you feel that it's the greatest thing you ever gave her in your life. It doesn't matter what it is. If you give a woman in your life love, you know what you're gonna get? A baby. If you give the woman in your life a house, she is gonna give you a home. We would have a couch, a TV, but instead you got dishes, silverware, pictures, all rugs, and so many lights that look nice and make you happy. You give her a house, you're gonna get a home. If you give a woman a smile, what you get back from her is a heart. But Nikki, you're gonna get a lot of heart. Okay, right? She'll keep you in your lane. You're gonna give her a smile. You're gonna get a heart from her. And I can tell this from Marcy, 1 heart, 2 hearts, or 1 heart. And they don't let you forget it, but it's all good. I would not be who I am today and where I am today without Marcy. To have a daughter get married, it's a very out-of-body experience. My daughter's yours. You know, yes, she's my daughter. And yes, I have daughters that will always take care of me. Doesn't matter where I am. But my daughter is yours. I couldn't be happier or prouder. When I introduce Tripp to someone else in my world, they say to me, man, you are one lucky guy. You are one lucky guy. I know that when I put my head on the pillow at the end of the night, my daughter's gonna be safe. I have a husband whose priorities are straight. So, thank you.
Give me a paintbrush, I'll be fine. Using words, not so sure. I scripted this so I would be confident in what I'm saying. I would like to say, off script, we were at some kind of crazy party at Lehigh. It was a yard party, and the Isdaners were there. I looked at this family and I thought, why doesn't one of my guys just date her? It's like these knuckleheads are like running around, no one had a girlfriend, and I'm like, look at this family! Come on! Okay, so we're playing pickleball today, right? Boy dad, girl dad thing. Okay? We're going to play King of the Court. And Dan's like, Tripp, what's King of the Court? And Tripp says, oh, it's just like Queen of the Court. I'm like, oh yeah, it's just like Queen of the Court. Oh, we're good. You could ask this kid what street anyone in his middle school lived on, and he could tell you. He loved playing his imaginary big games and activities, and he loves playing them for real now. As his luck would have it, he now embarks on a future with a professionally trained activity planner and camp counselor extraordinaire, Nikki! 10 claps. Yeah, baby. Thinking of you guys and your life together makes me so happy. Perfect combo of sunshine and serious. Yep. Right? Yeah. You bring out the best in each other and you bring out the best in us. To a future full of positive vibes and love and strength and patience to get through the negative vibes together. Tricky. Let's go.
It's a ring.
Now you have to feel No, don't smash it. Give it
And I miss your ginger hair. Why don't you come on over, Valerie? Only she can do that like that.
Touching